Hey, this is WebJunior 1977 here, back in the Oasis once again, of course. And first off, you're going to notice that I'm still using the PS4. Pretty much figured out how to live stream with my PC. Just haven't set it up yet. Still trying to figure out whether I can extend the cord on my webcam for the PC. Pretty sure I can, but I'm wondering if it's going to kind of cut back on the quality of the video, basically. But I'm going to figure all that out. If it will, then I'm going to probably move the PC closer, or put the camera on the other TV and get a kind of a different angle. I kind of like this angle though. You can see everything, and kind of gotten accustomed to seeing this angle of everything. So see what happens there. But trying out the camera. The camera works great. Looks better. Looks better than this camera. This camera's looking a little bit better right now, just because of the fact that I found out that I have a light out. One of the tube lights is out. I got to replace that, but still got plenty of light in here for now. So, and I'm also gonna look into replacing it with LED tubes, and because they do make them now, so be a little cost savings as far as power consumption, a little safer, and it should last longer. So, although I can't complain about that bulb, it's been good for a while, longer than I ever thought one of them would last. So, but I'm gonna get some people in here. When I get somebody in here, I'm gonna wait for a few minutes. Got a crazy story to tell you about a repair that I've just got done doing to the Oasis. Finally figured it out. Some of you may know what I'm talking about already, but here in a few minutes I'm going to be letting everyone know that, whether anybody comes in or not. But I'm going to give it a few minutes like I always do to try to get some people in here and go from there. So yeah, anyway, got some messages sent. Oh, wait a minute, I gotta send out my link. Sort of forgot all about that. Shit. There we go. So yeah, if you come in, make yourself known, please. I'm going to take a break here for a second. Be right back with you. I'm back. So yeah, got a story to tell you about a repair that I recently made. So anyway, I just think there's some people in here. It says there's 3 people in here, but anyway, I recently just got done making a repair to the game room. If you're looking right now, you're not going to see any difference, obviously. But for a while, some people notice, some people don't. For a while, back a while ago, the switches in my game room, there's only 2 switches in the game room. That's for the lights you're seeing on right now, and for an outside light for the door, for nighttime and all that. Which I'm probably later going to change into an on the air light, which is going to be kind of cool. But anyway, I for a while now they haven't worked. I changed out. I took out the regular switch and I wanted to replace it with with the ones with that look like arcade buttons. Thought that'd be cool. So I swapped it out and the switches stopped working. Boom. They're just done. They just don't work anymore. So that went on for at least a year, I would think. At least a year. And never really thought of it. And got some time to think about it this time and opened it up and looking at it and I'm like, something doesn't look right. And I'm not an electrician by any means, but I went through 3 years of VOTEC and I had to actually get certified to be able to do the electric in the houses that I was in the VOTEC houses that I was working on, that we built. And so I'm pretty knowledgeable about electrical work. Well, I must have been off that day. I must have been dazed and confused. I don't know what was going on. But I looked at it and here I had it wired wrong. I had a wire off. I had a wire wrong. I'm like, what in the world? How did this happen? Like I said, I must have been dazed and confused that day. Anyway, what had happened? What I have is I have the wire coming from the breaker box, obviously, and it powers 3 receptacles. Yeah, 3 receptacles across my 2 walls as it makes its way over to the switch. Well, what I did was I wired, brought the wire to the switch, and I took another wire part of the way back around the room and up to the ceiling that does this, for anybody that doesn't know, and I put a receptacle up on the ceiling. So I could just I could put ends on my tube lights, my fluorescent lights, and plug them in. So now I got on the switch. Working great when I first started, when I done it, and until I decided to switch out that switch. Well, here, thank God it wasn't the actual hot wire that was coming from the breaker box. It was the black wire that went to the receptacle in the ceiling. I had it on the ground wire, on the ground terminal of the switch. Like I said, don't know how in the hell that happened. And I'm thank the Lord that it wasn't. I would have found out already if it was the actual hot wire that comes from the breaker box, because that wouldn't have been a good idea. That wouldn't have been a good thing. So I mean, it would have popped the breaker. You know, best case scenario, it would have popped the breaker. Worst case scenario, it would have started a house fire. Well, a shed fire. So yeah, got that fixed. So I got the switches working. I got the outside switch, the outside light working, the inside light working. I was thinking for a while now that because the white ground wires, how you bug them together, the wire nut didn't want to stay on there. So I thought maybe they wasn't grounding properly. Well, that wasn't that obviously was not the case. I was like, jeez, like that was obviously not the case whatsoever. But good news is I got it fixed. I can give my wife back her little switch, because when it stopped working, you could see the receptacle there above the arcade cabinet there. That receptacle there is up high to plug the air conditioner in, and then there's one down low that plugs the heater in. Well, I'll put them on a separate breaker, so obviously, you know, since they're on a separate breaker, they don't have anything to do with the other one. So what I did was I put in a little switch box. For anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, my wife had one. I can finally give it back to her. It's a 2-channel switch box, or 3-channel actually, but for some reason it's channel 2. But anyway, you plug this into the wall, obviously, and then you plug whatever you want into that, and then you can use this remote. Well, this is, as you can tell, this is channel 2, so you'd have to hit the middle one. So you can put up to 3 of these on this and operate them with this. So this is how I was turning my lights on and off for at least a year now. So, but now I can just give this back to her, and I got everything working great. Didn't burn the place down, so that's a good thing. Like I said, I don't know how that happened. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, but I just can't believe I made that one. That's so strange. Like, but anyway, I figured I'd come on and share that with you. And yeah, craziness. Like I said, I don't know how I did that, but it's fixed now. The outside light's fixed. So, pretty awesome. Got that stuff fixed. Don't have to stress about, how I'm gonna, if I'm gonna be able to fix that or not. Like I said, I've been dealing with that for a while, so I don't know. It's just strange how I just looked in there and I'm like, what in the world? Why did I do that? Like, once I looked at it, and I looked at it before, which is crazy, and I never saw it. Like, I don't know how I didn't see it before. And then I look at it this time and I'm like, what? Really? Did I really do that? Like, is it really that simple? Luckily, the breaker box for it is in the garage next door to this garage, because I got 2 garages here. Luckily, it's in the next garage over, so I didn't have to run too far to turn the power off. But, jeez, I just can't believe I did that. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But awesome thing is I got it fixed. Got to get, like I said, I got to get another tube for that one light. I'll probably just get all 4 and get LEDs. But maybe not for now. I'll probably just replace that one with an LED maybe, and then once the other ones go bad, replace them. I'll just have to see how much they cost. But yeah, it's fixed finally. So thought that was a cool update. Figured I'd come on for a little while. I don't even know if I'll make it to an hour of this live stream, but I figured I'd come on and do a quick little video at least to let everyone know that I got it fixed. Crazy. Pretty excited about it because now I can use my switches on the wall and don't have to don't have to use that little device to to turn my lights on anymore. So yeah, let that be a lesson. don't do that. Especially if it's the hot wire from the. If it was the hot wire from the breaker box, that would have been bad. I'd have found out a long time ago if that was the case, but crazy. Live and learn, I guess, right? Boy, I tell you what I learned on that one, But anyway, got Christmas coming up. Not sure if I'm going to do a stream tomorrow. I was going to do like a Christmas Eve stream, but there's still a lot of stuff to do. A lot of Christmas gifts to wrap. A lot of going to need me to help to get everything. My wife's going to need me to help to get everything ready and all that fun stuff. So probably won't do a Christmas Eve stream, but I may do a Christmas Day stream. But of course it's going to be at night because I do have off Tuesday as well because Christmas is Monday and I also have off Tuesday. So I'll probably do a stream between there and it'll just be a Christmas stream basically. So everybody can come on, anybody can come on and let me know what you got for Christmas, how your Christmas was. So, and, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. So, don't suspect I'll be getting much for Christmas because, well, first of all, I don't really need anything per se, and I don't really look for stuff for Christmas anymore. Was excited when I was a kid. I was excited to get stuff. Now I'm more excited to see my reaction of my kids. You know what I mean? Because you know, us adults, if we need shit, we just buy it. You know, if we can afford it. You know what I mean? I mean, look around. You know, but if we can afford it, we buy it. We don't wait till Christmas, and you know, so. Still a magical time for me because of my kids, you know what I mean? Because I love seeing the reactions on my kids' faces and knowing and remembering how it was when I was a kid and had those same reactions. I had those same magical moments, basically. Both my kids know that Santa doesn't exist, but they're still excited for it. You know what I'm saying? They know that we're the ones that give them the stuff, and that's good in a way because at least they know to stay the hell out of our closet because that's where they're all at. Well, I mean, I lock it so they can't really get in anyway. But you know, kids. I mean, I'd never underestimate kids. They can do a lot of things you might not think they can do. So, but got that coming up. Probably going to be taking some videos of them unwrapping stuff. So I'll probably upload some of those. So that'd be cool. Get reactions and stuff of, you know, them opening stuff and share it with all of you. All my 3 followers. No. I think it's at 592, I believe. So don't think the giveaway is going to happen on Christmas. Or, you know, the next stream. But maybe by New Year's. Who knows? So, we'll see how that goes. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. But, yeah, it'd probably be better to happen after a payday anyway, just so I'll probably get 2 or 3 cards, possibly. Like lower cards, it would add up to a 1 card, you know what I mean? That way I have a variety, though. You know, that's what I like doing. Have more than one. So, have more than one winner. So, that, yeah, that makes it more interesting. But, thought I'd share that with everyone. And I thought there was something I was going to show and stream, but I just can't remember what it was. So, if I remember what it was, before I jump off here, I'll show you. If I don't remember, hopefully I remember by next time, and I'll show you then. So, just keep thinking there was something that I want to show on stream. But, I said I don't know what it would be. I'm not sure if the comments are broke, or if no one's just commenting, or if that 2 right there is actually lying to me and there's actually no one watching. I don't know. Can't tell. Well, I'm going to do a little test here. Okay, so it is working. Okay. Wanted to make sure it was at least working. So, trying to figure out exactly what I was going to show you something. I know it was, but for the life of me, I can't remember what that was. So, like I said, if I figure it out by next time, then I'll just go ahead and show you next time. Whatever it was might be in the house as well, but I'm not sure. My main goal was to let you know the little update. I actually repaired something in the game room. It's been bugging me for a while. Like, it's been in the back of my mind for a while. Like, I need to fix that. Those switches. Like, like, why? How am I not able to do that? Like, just curious. You know, how am I not able to do that? You know what I mean? So, and the funny thing is my door. Another funny story. My door doesn't like to like. If I forcefully push my door shut and make sure it stays shut, it'll latch. But once in a while, I don't push it hard enough, and it hinges back open. Well, it actually worked out to my advantage this time, because I forgot that the outside lamp, the outside light by the door on the game room here, I lost one of the little twist things to put the globe on, you know. There's 2 of them. So I got a replacement thing just to screw down. The other one was a peg with a nut on it. The original, or that might not have been the original. It might have been the other one. But anyway, one of them's a peg that sticks up that has a nut on it. And then the other one's just a threaded little bolt, like, doesn't have an end on it. You just twist it. And I dropped that little nut, and I'm like, I'm never going to find this. Well, luckily, my door was actually hinged open at the time, and I didn't really know it. It hit the door seal, and it rolled into the game room, and it was on the floor. So I'm like, phew, there we go. Now I found it. Put it up, because it was kind of like lopsided like that, and I was afraid rain was going to get in there and fill it up, and crisis averted, though. I found a nut. I could have probably found a nut in the house. I mean, the whole families are nuts. I mean, a nut in the drawer. I got a junk drawer in there. It's got various nuts and bolts and screws and all kinds of fun stuff. Wires and cables and all kinds of stuff. Probably could have found one in there, but I was too lazy to go in there. I mean, I would have if I had to. But then I just happened to look down and like, oh, the door was open and it rolled in the house, or rolled in the game room. So, found it, put it on. That's another funny little story, but I wish I would have looked at that again sooner, you know what I mean, rather than Just happened to think of it, and I pulled it out again and looked at it, and I'm like, really? Am I that stupid? Like, jeez, must have been really off that day. But I can't even remember. I can't even remember where the switch was that I put in there. I have to buy another one. I do remember where the switch. I did have the switch cover though. Let's see if I can find that. Oh, okay, I see it right now. I do have the other switch cover, so I don't have to buy another one of them. But it's one of these right here. They're pretty awesome. It's got the like buttons that are like arcade buttons, but it takes one of those flat rocker switches, and I'm gonna go get another one of them flat rocker switches, and I'm gonna replace that switch. I know, replace the switch. Better wire it right this time, huh? I'm gonna take one off at a time and replace. Anyway, I'll do it right this time, and then I'll have both of them. As you can see now, right now I have, that is the outside light switch. I have one there, and then there's the other one. And it was, the switch was brown like the other, like all the, you know, the case, the covering and stuff on it. But I just decided, well, I had it off, I just put a different switch on, just in case the switch itself was bad. And it worked, so I'm like, well, now it's working, so I don't feel like tearing it back apart. Gonna leave well enough alone. Who cares if it's a white switch with a brown cover on it? I'm just gonna leave it like that. So left it like that, and but I will be putting this on, which is pretty awesome. Let's go put these on the arcade cabinet, but it's alright. But I never got this out of package. I can't remember anymore how much I paid for these, but it were definitely worth it. I want to say I paid like maybe $10 or 10 or 15 bucks for both of them, something around there. Definitely well worth it. These are freaking awesome. But like I said, you need the flat rocker switches. You can't use the traditional switches won't work. You know what I mean? Everybody knows what I mean. The one that protrudes out with the long little switch. Those won't work. You need the flatter rocker switches. I think they call them rocker switches. I'm not sure exactly the terminology they use. I think it's a rocker switch. Could be wrong. But that's what you need for these. And it literally just pushes them in, like. And I seen them on, like when they were advertising, they had the red at the top and the blue at the bottom. I was like, what? I'll put the blue at the top and the red at the bottom. You know, blue for on, red for off. Is how I figured it. You can do it any way you want. They even had like yellow ones and green ones, and you can do all sorts. They have all sorts of colors, depending on if you want, you know, what color you want. What's your favorite color, maybe, or whatever. But pretty awesome. Definitely be putting this on. Not in that big a hurry to do it, but when I get the extra money, switches aren't that much. Those rocker switches are a little bit more than just a traditional switch. Traditional switch is like a few cents, like 30 cents. I'm not even joking, like 30 to 40 cents or something for just a normal switch. And receptacles are 50 cents maybe. I haven't priced one for a while, so they might have went up. Like everything else goes up, I'm sure it has, but they still should be in a good, you know, a good decent price. But definitely want to change that out with the rocker switch and put this on. But like I said, I'm not in that big a hurry, especially since it's working now. I don't know if I feel like I shouldn't touch it. You know what I mean? Got it working again. I feel like I should just leave well enough alone and just let it like that. You know, but as long as I take one of them off the terminal at a time and put it on the same terminal on the other switch, that should be fine. Like I said, I don't even know how that happened. It was crazy. It was like a fluke, like something that's probably never going to happen again. But it happened this time, and I'm like, what in the hell? I've never had trouble wiring a switch or receptacle or a ceiling fan or whatever it is. Do have another story about that though. A couple stories actually. Invotech, I was wiring the ceiling fan, and McConnell's a lot of people won't know, but the differences and where I'm talking about a lot of them, but a lot of things. But the school I went to here in Pennsylvania, they don't have a middle school. I moved up in like 7th grade, halfway through 7th grade, and I was already in the high school up here. Well, 7th to 12th. Till I graduated, I was in Forbes Road High School, and there were always there's. I'm in Fulton County, Pennsylvania, so there's 3 schools, main schools in Fulton County, or 3 schools in Fulton County, PA. You got Southern Fulton, which is the southern part of the county. Then you got Central Fulton, which is McConnellsburg, and then you got Northern Fulton, basically, but it's not called Northern Fulton. It's called Forbes Road, named after a little road that goes back behind the property. Don't know why, but I like the name. But anyway, Forbes Road, Southern Fulton got along fine. McConnellsburg didn't get along with either school. Don't know if that's the way it is today. Hope not. It's like the Hatfields and McCoys. But anyway, didn't really get along. So in Votech, they like to do stupid shit. A friend of mine that was in Forbes with me, him and I are the only 2 that did electrical work in the houses. When I first started, we was finishing up a house, and then the second house I saw before they even dug the foundation. So I was there through the entire build. Well, anyway, between all the electrician, all the people doing the electricity, it was just me and a buddy of mine. Southern Fulton, nobody from Southern Fulton did electrical, and no one from McConnellsburg did electrical. But they like to fuck with our shit. The McConnellsburg people, not the Southern Fulton. Like I said, we coexisted and got along, but McConnellsburg didn't. They do stupid shit like take the receptacle out that you had in there and pull the bare wires out. Still hot, mind you, so if you brushed against it, it'd spark. That shit's dangerous. But anyway, told you that story to tell you this story. Hooked up a ceiling fan in the living room of this place. The second home I helped build. Boss man walked over there, / teacher, walked over there, hit the switch, nothing. Come over, pulled the chain for the fan and the light, nothing. He said, "Whoop, you got it hooked up wrong." I'm like, I don't think so. Not to say I don't make mistakes, but I was 110% sure that I had it wired right. So he tore it apart. Yeah, this is wired right. I don't know what's wrong. Tore the switch apart. Tore the cover off the switch. But here, McConnellsburg, I'm guessing, decided that they were going to open up the switch before the next day I came in to put the ceiling fan in. They opened up the switch and unhooked the wire from it, and then put the cover back on, so no one would ever know. So after I put that wire back on the switch, then guess what? It worked. Like, jeez. But anyway, thought I'd share that story with you. Got plenty of stories like that, but especially in Votech, we did all kinds of crazy stuff, and all kinds of crazy stuff happened, including the teacher falling off the roof after saying, "Hey, look, see this flashing right here? The morning dew's on there. You don't want to step on this because you'll slide right off." And stepped on it, whoop, right off the roof he went. Thank God it was just a garage roof. It was only 1 story, not the 2nd-story house roof, because that would have been really bad. We don't have to demonstrate. You can just tell us. We know what sliding and falling off a roof is. We know what that entails. We might not have ever had it happen to us, but we know what you're talking about. So anyway, got a lot of crazy stories for that. That's for sure. But figured I'd come on and share that. And don't think I'm going to get anybody in here that wants to talk about anything. So probably going to sign off here in a few minutes before I even get to, maybe I'll go to 45 minutes. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I want to tell you a couple stories. The most recent story was that freaking switch. Well, there's two switches, because what I did is I wired a second switch to the first switch, which you're really not supposed to do. It's not going to hurt anything, but you're really not supposed to do it. But I hooked the power to the terminal on the switch that stays hot all the time, because there's a terminal that stays hot all the time, and then there's one that doesn't. So when you flip the switch, you got power, no power, power, no power. You know, it makes sense. And then the white wires just plug together. Makes sense. Got a notification up there. But yeah. But what I did was, for the outside light, I wired it to the first switch. Like I said, you're not supposed to do that, but I did it. I just had to run one wire to the thing, so it's fine. But it got it working too. When I wired it back up, everything was working. I'm like, great. But then I realized I had the hot wire in the wrong spot on the outside light, and it would come on and off when you turn the lights on and off. I'm like, yeah. So then I had to turn off the power again, swap them, and there we go. Or not swap them, just move it, you know. So got that taken care of, which is badass. Always awesome to make some sort of progress, how big or small it may be. This one was pretty big. It was medium-sized win. I'll take it any day, though. So, but and I like saying that. Anytime, I'm not one of the people that think, oh, I'll never make a mistake. Trust me, I make plenty of mistakes. Everyone does. But basically, that's another reason I come on, is to tell you how I made the mistake. That way, hopefully none of you make the mistake. So, anybody that hooks up stuff like that, don't advise doing it unless you have some sort of knowledge on it. Trust me, I have a good bit of knowledge, and, you know, a lot of knowledge, really. And I still screw up, so you gotta you gotta pay attention to what you're doing. So apparently that day I was in La La Land. I don't know where I was, but I definitely didn't have my mind fully on wiring that switch up. Must have got in a hurry, whatever. It's another thing, don't get in a hurry. So, but anyway, don't really have anything else to talk about since no one has come in to bring up a topic. So, probably going to sign off here in a few minutes. But I want to make sure to let you know, after this video has been uploaded, make sure you check out all the links in the description below. They will be there after this video is uploaded, because it takes a few minutes to upload. And got 592 subscribers. Getting up there. Really appreciate it. Like I said, 600 subscribers. As soon as I can, after I get to 600 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. But I might wait a day or two after I get 600 subscribers, like I was saying, just to make sure it stays at 600, because sometimes it'll go to 600 and boom, plummet right back down. So I want to make sure I'm actually doing the giveaway when I have 600 subscribers, and not a day later or 20 minutes later when it goes back down to, you know, $5.99. So, but yeah, like I said, make sure you check out all the links in the description below. Be watching out for my subscribers. 600. We're going to be doing a video, or a giveaway video, and all you have to do is be subscribed to participate, like always. So yeah, so make sure you check it out. And a lot of the links in the description below, once this video's been uploaded at least. If you're watching it live, obviously they're not there. Or if you watch it 10 minutes after it uploads, whatever, probably won't be there. But there's a lot of gamers on my YouTube that I'd shout out, obviously. Game Dungeon Productions, make sure you check him out. He's on Twitch now. And Sour X Gaming, he's on Twitch. Make sure you check him out. Make sure you check out all the YouTube guys. And, yeah. Make sure you show them some support. They always enjoy your support. I know I do, and I know they do. So, with that being said, thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah, got my Nuka-Cola shirt on. Thanks for watching, everybody. And appreciate everything. And until next time, I'll meet you right back here in the Oasis.